The time has finally come for us at Clock Fever for the first time to try a watch from the brand AVI-8. And this is not any AVI-8, this is the Flyboy Wingman Worldtimer GMT automatic watch. It is obviously a pilot's watch, as you can see from the features on the dial but as well as the crown. It comes in this really neat packaging with the spring bar tool, which is great to use to change to this strap. We're gonna show you later how this is done. But all we can say, it's a quite sturdy, long NATO strap that is fitting these pilot watches great. The watch comes in a case of 41mm. The lug-to-lug measures is 29mm and the thickness is 13. But we're gonna start by looking into the features of how to set the time and also what this crown does. This extra crown turns the inner bezel. And what is that used for? The inner bezel is actually used for you so you can have a third time zone. It's a little bit complicated, but I recommend you to read the instruction manuals on their website in order how to set this. But if we go to the basic functions, how to set the time, it's super smooth because of the big crown. But if you pull the crown in one more hack, you can turn the 24-hour mark. But what's nice with this GMT is that you can also set the date by turning the crown downwards, which is not all GMT functions that has. From the back, this watch has an open case back, which we think is nice. It's always nice to see an automatic movement. It's good for those who are new into watches, but it's also great for us who have been in this game for a while. I really like to see a traditional movement and also to see how it moves when you turn it around. But let's try it on my 16.5 centimeters wrist. 41mm case fits me quite well. What I do like most about this watch is actually the details and the kind of texture that it is under the indexes, as you can see here on some of the close-up photos. The color coding is great. I love the orange combined to the blue. Next part about this video, we're gonna show you how to change from the leather strap to this NATO strap with the spring bar tool that we got with us. I always like to put the watch on some kind of cloth so you don't scratch it, even if the glass is a sapphire glass. But you take this spring bar tool and you put this in between the lug and the strap. You have to be quite sturdy on the hand, and I tried from both sides. I found it a little bit easier from the one side from me. And then you see the spring bar, and inside it's a spring, that's why it acts like it does. And then you do the same on the other side. And you have to be quite sturdy on your hand here, is my strongest of recommendations. And we got two other spring bar tools with us to use for the NATO strap, but I always like to look at the watch when it doesn't have any strap. It really gives you a feel of how it looks and also how the lugs are. But when putting on the NATO strap, you put the spring bar in on one side and you take the tool and push it on the other side so you can see it. And you do the same on the other side. So actually when you put on a NATO strap, you put the spring bars first. And then it's time to put the strap on. You have to undo it from how it was from before. And then you take the long end and you push it from the 12th index and you pull it all the way through. And then you pull it through between the spring bar and the case. And here when it's completely fresh, it can be a little bit sturdy. And then you take it and you put it through the other part of the NATO strap. And there you have it. Then it's done and you just put it on the wrist, and on the top you can, when it's long, you can bend it a little bit so it looks better on your wrist. And this is how it looks. It gives this really field watch look, I think. But we're gonna go back to the leather strap. This is how I like to wear it and how I wore it most of the days when I had it. I think the brown really lifts the watch and makes it a little bit more aviation. With the NATO strap, I think it's a little bit more of a field watch, which I didn't feel for using this time. The loom is super strong on the watch, and what I think is unique is actually that the logo is also loomed. You can see the AVI-8 logo there. But to wrap up this video, we want to show you how it has been looking outside in natural light. You can see the texture really pops, and especially when the sun hits it. Let us know, guys, in the comment what you think about the AVI-8 Flyboy watch, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.